Moi, I'm Chris Harms from Lord of Lost and you're watching Chaoszine.
Hello, hello. We are in a John Smith Rock Festival in Laukaa, Finland. And today our guest is Chris Harms from Lord of the Lost. Hello.
Moi.
Moi. Welcome to Finland. And did you actually sing in Finnish in Finland?
I don't know if that was Finnish. Let's say I tried to sing Finnish. Did it sound Finnish, at least a bit?
It actually sounded very much Finnish. It was you who have seen the Lord of the Lost version of Cha Cha Cha. You know how good he is with that, and it actually sounded pretty much the same.
Thank you very much, but you know it's different if I do it live or if I do it in the studio, because in the studio I can like repeat every sentence 100 times, and here was like I fucked up one thing in the second verse, and it's not easy, but I think as a German you have some kind of advantage compared to someone from, let's say, America, because German language is also quite hard, and we have the rakatakata, we have these things in the language. So I think speaking Finnish as a German is not that hard, but man, it's like you see all these faces, like, is it this dude singing in Finnish? And it was a lot of fun.
And it was great. You don't usually sing it. It was like one time only.
It was the first time because Finnish fans, they kept commenting like, "Could you please play Cha 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 in Finland?" And we were like, "No, we should not. We should not do that." Why? I don't know. Maybe it's not a good idea. But they keep asking and asking. We thought, why not? So we rehearsed it, and we were on tour the last couple of weeks, so we didn't really have time to rehearse it at home. So we rehearsed it at sound checks on the tour during the last weeks, and we thought like, okay, it's going kind of well, so let's try it. I had to read the lyrics though, because like I have this iPad there with stuff anyway, so I have to.
Yeah, but I guess every Finn can say that it went very well.
Hyvä.
Oikein hyvä. Well, today our interview is not like basic interview. It's more like let's get to know Chris Harms.
Okay. I'd like to get to know him. Let's try
we were
to find
thinking
out.
to have the whole band, but since you are here today, we're doing like this. What is the first band you remember being a fan of?
Roxette.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like.
I think first artist would be Michael Jackson, but the first band was Roxette.
Okay, nice. If you weren't a musician, what would you be?
A surgeon or a dentist.
Okay, do you have some education already?
No.
Or you just would be?
Not at all, but when I was a kid, I don't ask me why, but I kind of figured I'd be a musician later, or a surgeon, or a dentist. And I don't know why, I find it fascinating. I like medicinal topics. For me are still fascinating, and I could have done it actually. I was very good at school, so I could have studied it, but I don't know where it's coming from, because I don't had like I wasn't a hobby surgeon when I was a kid, so I didn't cut up animals or something. So
yeah. What songs do you like performing the most? What are the best songs to perform?
Lord of Lost songs. No, it's you mean from our songs? It's really hard to say, because I'm very bad in answering favorite questions. What's your favorite this or that? Because I feel so different every minute, every second, and but actually performing cover songs I kind of really like.
Okay.
Don't ask me why, because it's a little like diving into the world, to the musical world of another musician's mind, or in the musical world of another band. For instance, last year we used to cover a lot this one Iron Maiden song, "Children of the Damned," which is so different from Cha Cha Cha, for instance. So diving into another musician's world by playing one of their songs, even if you make it your own somehow, for me is very fascinating. So I very much enjoy actually performing cover songs. I like that.
Yeah, I understand. How do you like to spend time on tour? You know, a lot of traveling and stuff.
Yeah, I sleep a lot because for me the main thing on tour is trying to stay healthy. Because the thing is, when you're a singer, when you just get a little cold or something, you instantly recognize it, and the audience instantly recognizes it. And if you use your voice, it's not the best thing you can do when you get a little cold, because you're keeping this all worked up here all the time. You can't really, just shut the fuck up. You have to sing. So once you get sick as a singer, it's even harder to get healthy again. So I try to sleep a lot. I mean, I don't drink alcohol anyway, but that's actually on the plus side. But I don't do drugs, And at home, I'm so involved with family life and my kid and something, so I barely sleep. So I think I just sleep, and the rest of the time I'm super fucking boring. I work at my laptop. I'm just trying to do office work, mostly for a lot of Lost or my studio stuff. There's so many emails that are waiting for me. So all those rock and roll cliches and myths and this rock and roll romantic, I don't really live that.
Yeah,
I'm working and sleeping.
You don't really have time to get bored because there's always something to do. And
I mean, I could just, I could just not give a fuck and go party and do whatever people expect me, what means to be rock and roll, but I'm not really interested in that. So it's and the rest of the time, well, sometimes I'm kind of trying to be a social part of the group, which is it's not so easy for me, because when I'm on tour, there's people around and I love all of them, but I always need my time away to have a fresh start the next day and have the power to do this, and being away from home. And so sometimes I'm socializing with the others. And then we're doing something together, but I'm rarely seen on group activities. So the other guys of the band and crew, they tend to not ask me anymore if I want to be part of it. So.
Oh no.
No, I'm not mad. They just know me. They respect that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. What's the most common thing you disagree with the band? Or in the band? Is there anything you disagree ever?
Actually not, no. We never had a fight. Never. We have discussions about things, but it's more like, it's not pro against con. It's more like, we're being creative on ideas, and everyone's bringing in different aspects, and we're trying to how we can make everything work, but we actually never had an argument. So I think there's no general things we're disagreeing on. So
Wow.
no, really, like I really have to think hard.
Is there is set list something that it's very easy for you to?
We all have our departments. It's not being questioned. It's I'm the one doing the set list, but beforehand I ask everyone, do you have any wishes for this year? We always make a general set list for for the year.
Yeah.
And so we have this pool of 35 songs, and then I'm just charting it for the different kind of occasions. And then I'm asking everyone, maybe I don't know, let's say Nick comes and say I want to play these 3 songs this year, and 2 others don't say anything. And maybe Pi comes and says I have some wishes. And then I'm trying to integrate them, and if a song doesn't make sense to me for any reason, I explain it to them, and they're like, okay, yeah, makes sense. So no.
Wow.
That's my department, and so everyone has his, everyone is a minister on certain kind of
Yeah, it obviously works.
things.
Very
Yeah,
well.
yeah, no.
Wow. Okay. You said you're not good at this. What is the best kind of things?
No, really not. But we can try. But I'm just it's really hard for me to say this is the best or it's my favorite, because it can. Let's say I will answer that, but it's going to be my favorite right now.
Yeah.
And it will be something different tomorrow.
Then I want to know what is the best ever band
Do you mean
right now, if not Lord,
right now?
Right now, if not Lord of the Lost.
You know, the thing, I need to elaborate on this. The thing is, I have a problem with the word "the best" because it's not measurable. You can't put something like, beep, 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 let's scan, what's the best? Oh, that's the best. It's not, I can just say, what do I like most? And I always have to disagree with people, and I hate when people comment that, like, this is better, this is the best, this is not good. I'm like, how do you measure that?
Yeah. What do you like the most?
Yeah, so
Or what do you listen to the most?
yeah, I didn't want to correct you on here. I just wanted to say that
I understand.
it's something which I like to teach people. That you like, there is no good or bad. It's just things you like or you don't like. There's two things at the moment. I'm pretty much stuck into 80s pop and wave, like for, I don't know, sentimental reasons. So I really need this trip down memory lane a lot lately. And bands from nowadays, there's one band from Denmark called Kellermensch, which I like a lot. It's so sad but so beautiful. And lately I listen a lot to Skinned, which I love a lot.
Yeah. It's very good.
Yeah, it is. No, it's not good. You like it a lot.
I like it
Yeah.
very much.
Oh, you find
For
it good. You find it good.
I find it very
Yeah,
good.
that's the difference.
That's good
I
to say.
also find it very good.
Okay. If you should be a musician in totally different genre, what kind of music would you do?
I'm pretty sure I'd be a classical cello player in an orchestra, because that's what I actually am. I learned to play the classical cello, so I think it would be logical to do that. But I think all my life I wished to be a drummer. Actually, I wanted to be a drummer, but my parents always said, no, it's too loud in your ears, it's not good. You play the cello and the guitar while you want to start drums. And whenever I was in a rehearsal room with the band, I was always the first to secretly sit behind the drums and do things. And the drummer came like, oh, the cymbal is different. Did you use my drums, Chris? No. So I think I would love to be a drummer in whatever band, but something heavy and fast, I think. We have lots of things to do.
Yeah, I think it's good to be a drummer in that kind
Yeah.
of band. It would be interesting.
Not in a reggae band or something. I mean, reggae it's a very, you have to be super tight and a very good drummer to kind of do that thing. But it's not my feeling. I would need to do something brutal. Yeah. Although I don't really listen to heavy music, but as a drummer, I would love to, Slipknot kind of stuff. I mean, I could never play that, but if I could, I'd love
Yeah,
to
I
play
know.
that.
What is the best thing about yourself as a musician?
I think I have this, and that's really something I'm thankful for. I have this never-ending source of inspiration coming from nowhere. I don't know where's it coming from. I'm never running out of ideas. I never had a writer's block or like a creative. Of course, maybe sometimes for 1 or 2 days I didn't feel like, I want to create something. And sometimes I don't write a song for 2 months because I don't have to. But when I have to, I'm never empty. And that never happens, never. I have a long list with concepts for albums and ideas and like maybe 200 or 300 different just song titles where I just find the title super fascinating. And many songs just begin with the title because you find a word very inspiring. And so I think that might be the best thing about me, that it seems to be endless so far. And I'm very thankful for that.
And I think that sounds very good to the fans, I think.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, it's not a bad thing. Like, if you, yeah.
Yeah. What's the best thing about Lord of the Lost?
I think the best thing about us is that we dare to not try to fit in any kind of genre. Because when we started, people like, official partners and everyone with advices and the press and fans, everyone tried to tell us, you need to decide, do you want to be a gothic band or a metal band? Do you want to do rock, or you want to do glam, or you want to look colorful and sparkly and glittery, or do you want to look, I don't know, like Cradle of Filth or whatever? So, and we were all like, we can do everything we want. And they were like, yeah, it's because you can't decide and you don't have your own style. And we were like, yeah, but we feel so many different things. Why do we have to confess to this one dogma, like we are that for the rest of our musical lives? And we dared to fight against it. Ever said like, fuck the scene, fuck any kind of scene, and we just do what we do. And if we're not metal enough or not true, okay, then at least we're happy doing what we do.
Yeah, and I guess quite many other people are happy for that.
Yeah, and meanwhile, it's like, not everyone, and of course some people dislike us or hate us, whatever, that's fine. I don't like every band as well, so it's fine. But meanwhile, we're kind of accepted to be just, we're a lot of Lost. That's our genre, and we do many things, and you like it or not, and it's fine.
Great. Who's your most important role model or idol?
Never really had one, because there were so many people I looked up to, and of course it's obvious that I love Lady Gaga and I love David Bowie and so on, but I think the two people that formed me the most were, again, Roxette. It was my first band, and before I started to know what gothic or metal is, because when I was, I don't know, 14, 15, there was no internet. It was the mid-90s, and I couldn't research for these kind of things, so I was just mostly listening to Roxette. And he was wearing black nail polish and eyeliner, she had like platinum blonde hair, and both of them, they were like this one, they were like one person to me, like to look up to, and I wanted to feel what they feel and try to. The main reason why I love glittery things on stage is because of her. She always had these glittery bodysuits, and so I think that influenced me a lot. And that when I was 17, 18, I discovered through MTV, wow, there's a whole world with bands that look like that and do like dark things and glam things, and like, what the fuck is going on? But I think that formed me a lot. Yeah. And is doing still, actually.
Yeah, and it's cool to have, many kind of bands affecting you, and can be able to do so many kind of stuff. You have so many ideas, as you said, but can you tell yet on what direction is Lord of the Lost musically going?
Before Blood and Glitter, we did a mythological record. We did one called Judas with the religious topic. And then we did Blood and Glitter, and we did a lot of Blood and Glitter, like with the Eurovision thing, like it's so colorful. And it's like if you eat sweets for 1 week, you do not feel like eating sweets the next week. So of course we need the contrast to kind of, I wouldn't say reinvent ourselves, but to give us a different kind of pleasure again. Now we want to eat something salty. And after Blood and Glitter, it's the only logical thing to go back and do something really dark, but nothing religious, nothing mythological. I want to do something like this great darkness and melancholy that can feel so beautiful inside of us. And this is what we're going to do for the next record. Wow. I wouldn't say it doesn't necessarily have to be hard or heavy, but it needs to be dark. Yeah.
It sounds very beautiful.
But first of all, we're going to release a cover album at the end of the year as some kind of dessert for Blood and Glitter. But that's not, that's not our own record. It's like other people's ideas. But for the next, like, real Lord of Lost record, it's going to be dark.
Okay, so...
We already have a concept, we have an album title, we have everything. So we just need to write the song.
Okay. So there's a lot of stuff coming.
Actually, 2 songs are already written, but whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so cover album in the end of this year.
Yeah.
And some tour.
Yeah.
And then you're going to work on the
15 years Lord of Lost tour, but first we come back to Finland in December.
Yes!
Yeah,
so tell about that.
In the middle of December we come to Helsinki, Tampere and Jyväskylä. Do I say that right?
Jyväskylä.
Jyväskylä.
Yeah.
Jyväskylä. Yeah, we
You sound like a Finn.
yeah. Hyvä. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a headline.
Yeah, our own tour. We will have Rain Diary on board, Finnish band, friends of ours, yeah,
Wow.
supporting us.
Okay. Well, I think that's a good point to end the interview.
Oh, and sorry, not just Rain Diary, we also have Goth Minister from Norway. Yeah, we have Goth Minister and Rain Diary on tour with us.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep waiting for them.
Yeah.
Great. So you're gonna have a lot to do and
Always. Yeah.
touring an album. Okay, that's great. I wish you a really great summer and I hope you have a nice time here in Finland.
Kiitos.
Kiitos.